The finalists for college football's All-State Wuerfeel Trophy have been announced. Tanner Wall from BYU, Michael Taft from Texas, and Toledo's Matt Hofer. The award recognizes players who exemplify character, leadership, and a deep commitment to serving others. Joining us now, a former winner of this award, somebody that I worked with at ESPN, and before that, I was part of his foundation. So he's certainly committed so much to the community. Tim Tebow, the great Tim Tebow, we appreciate you joining us on behalf of All-State and this year's All-State Wuerfeel Trophy finalist. Tim, you've been closely connected to this trophy for years. What makes it so meaningful to you personally?
That's a really good question. I would say, first of all, honoring Danny and the role model that he was to me and the leader that he was, and seeing someone that went before me that could be humble and kind and serve and also be really good on the football field. So I think that was really special for me. And then I think to be able to I think what's so special about it is when so many of these young men, their communities are making it about them, they're making it about other people. And they're going out of their way in busy seasons and busy times and pressure-packed seasons of their life. They are choosing to serve, they're choosing to build, they're choosing to give, they're choosing to go. And it's done with a tender heart, it's done with the willingness, and it's done with the passion to serve. And, you know, one of the reasons I just love the All-State AFCA Good Works team and the All-State Wuerfeel Trophy so much, and these three finalists, is because there's so few things that truly celebrate who they are and what they do off the field. There's a lot that celebrate the catches and the touchdowns and the awards and for it, and that's good. And I those are awesome. But we also should celebrate who they are and what they do off of the field. And I think when you do that, it inspires more to want to be like that. I think it inspires more because it looks cool and we're celebrating and we're honoring that. And so these young men are incredible, different stories, different places, different ways, but all using their heart and their skill set and their will set, all to be able to step in and make a difference. And, you know, we talk about like Michael Taft and how he's turning his pain into purpose. This is a young man that lost a friend and a teammate to a fentanyl overdose, and now he has Taft's Tackles that he's giving money, raising awareness, hosting events because he wants to protect the next boy and girl. And all of them have incredible stories, but I love getting to celebrate that.
Yeah, the Wuerfeel Trophy is such an honor, and it is such a special trophy that we have in college football. But I want to transition to a different trophy, the college football playoff trophy. Now that the field is set and we have the path for all of these 12 teams, who do you think has the best shot of winning a championship this year?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know right now. I think Indiana has a good. I think it's really difficult. I tell you, who probably has the hardest is Miami or Texas A&M. Like, oh, congratulations, y'all get each other in the first round. So I can't wait to be able to see that one. That's going to be an incredible game. But probably right now, I would say Indiana has a road that you look and you think, okay, I think they have a pretty good matchup in a lot of those games.
And they shocked the world on Saturday night, taking down the big bad
They
Buckeyes. I
did.
think all of America kind of fell at least a little bit in love with the Hoosiers on Saturday night. But I want to touch on your alma
You have
mater,
to.
Florida. You
Like,
have,
let's
how
be
can you
honest, you
not?
have to sort of
Yep.
like, what are we talking about? It's one of the greatest turnarounds, and I think Kurt Zignetti, his just demeanor is a trip. Like you're like, he's like super confident, and you're like, is it sort of arrogance? Is he just inspiring? And I don't know, but it's awesome. His team's so fundamentally sound. His Fernando is just an absolute stud of a person, and he's a stud as a player. I think he has a good chance to win the Heisman. And I just, how can you not like this team? How can you not root for them? It's pretty special.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, to say, hey, Google me, I win, and then you win, like that's putting your money where your mouth is to a crazy different level. But I do want to touch on your alma mater. The Florida Gators just hired a new head coach, Jon Sumrall. And in his introductory press conference, when he told his family that he took the job at Florida, he said that his son said, "Does that mean that I get to meet Tim Tebow?" What does that mean to you to be such a figurehead for this university and for this football program and to represent the Gator greats?
Well, I don't know that I do that, but I love Gator Nation, and I will always be a Gator. If you cut me open, there's a whole lot of orange and blue in there. And um, I was excited about Coach Sumrall when we hired him, but the more I got to know him and spend time with him, not in person, but just over the phone, it's just he's really contagious. He is a football dude, an awesome mindset. I love talking philosophy, mindset, mentality, all of these things with him. For people that kind of love ball, I think a lot of people are going to really love being around him. So I'm excited for the future of Gator Nation, and I think we have someone that's going to understand the mentality that we need to have. When we've been at our best throughout the last couple of decades, it's when we've had an edge. It was an edge that Spurrier brought in, that confidence that sometimes could be arrogance. And then with Coach Meyer, it was an edge of a mentality of we're going to be the toughest, most relentless team out there. And so I think he's going to bring another one of those edges in his way. But I think there's got to be something to that, and I'm excited to see what happens.
So while you were on the set of SEC Nation, Tim, I was watching Game Day also, and Desmond Howard, who you've worked with, also a Heisman Trophy winner, said that given the fact that the finalists this year seemed underwhelming for the Heisman, we now know that's Mendoza, Julian Say, Diego Pavia, and Jeremiah Love. He said when the finalists are less than, then maybe we just don't give the award out. Paraphrasing Desmond, but what would you say to the concept that Desmond had of not forcing a winner to the Heisman every year because the Heisman is so special?
Yeah, I love Desmond, but I'm not going to agree with that. I think we have to give it every year. It goes to the best player, and maybe one year it's the better player than another. But I look at what Fernando has done this year. I look at what Jeremiah, Diego Pavia, Julian, all four of these guys and others have had really special seasons. Maybe part of how it feels to him and others is just they haven't had that Heisman moment, maybe. But I would look at Fernando and say, this is a young man that, I mean, look what he did against Penn State. And I know people knock because Penn State's not as good. That's a pretty incredible drive that he had in that game. Diego Pavia is an absolute dude. Like Vanderbilt they're a lot better. Love Clark Lee, love their talent, but they are not even close to 10-2 without him. He is a dude. Like, that's a difference maker, and I love the way that he played. He brings a mentality to that team. Like, that's an incredible player. Jeremiah Love I know he didn't get to play against kind of good teams going down the stretch, but look at the way he's played. It's special, right? And Julian saying how improved he got throughout the entire season. So I love Des, and we always have some fun back and forth, but I would probably take the other side on this one.
It looks different, but hey, this is a new college football. And these four guys have been so great for the sport. Another guy that's been great for the sport at the next level, though, is Philip Rivers. And we learned yesterday that 44-year-old Philip Rivers will be working out for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, you are 38, Tim. Can you imagine working out and playing in the NFL 6 years from now?
Probably not. But can I just say I love it. Phillip Rivers is awesome. Let's go. That's a competitive dude, man. He's fiery. He's kind of a trash talker too. But I love it. I think it's awesome. Now, I don't know if it would work, but if someone's gonna do it, it would be Phillip Rivers.
Kind of a trash talker might be the biggest understatement in the world. The 2025 winner of the All-State Wuerfeel Award will be announced on December 12th. Tim Tebow, amazing on camera, amazing on the football field, even better human being. Tim, we really appreciate your time and your insight. Thanks for hanging out with us, brother.
It's my pleasure. Thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to y'all.
Thanks, Tim.
Merry Christmas to you. Check out the All-State Wuerfeel Award December 12th. Awards will be announced. Coming up next, Is it really just a two-horse race in the NFC? We'll figure it out.